Yo, hello, amazing people of the tube. So let's talk about Israel for a second, man. You know, it's finally coming out, and I said it from day one, man. When they got attacked, right? And I said the Iron Dome wasn't working, and they had word from Egypt, and it seemed like they brought down their own Iron Dome and allowed themselves to get attacked as a false flag just to go into Gaza. Right, and at first I was like, damn, that's messed up. But after a week, I was like, dude, this is looking like genocide. I said it like, it's on my channel. I said it like a week into it, you know? And I said it, they're gonna use this as a genocide because it's already starting to look like a genocide, and it's gonna go on for a while. And you have to imagine, man, these are people that they meaning Israel, openly admits that these people are in an open air prison and have been since the inception of Israel. Mind you, when Israelis first went to Israel, Palestinians and Christians took them inside their homes as refugees. And then those very same Jewish people turned, locked the doors, and threatened them with death from the IDF and all that if they came back to that. They basically stole the house of the people that helped them, right? So throughout all this time, man, they're obviously killing all these people. And if you really think about it, man, the attacks coming from Gaza, I don't give a fuck what hate group, what extremist group, what, they're not attacks, bro. These are fucking people defending themselves. Like, you try and hold me captive for however long. Yeah, I'm gonna try and hurt you. I'm gonna try and escape. I'm gonna try and, right? Like, that's what these people are doing. They're trying to defend the last bit of humanity left in them. You know what I'm saying? And then people want to talk about like how Israel got created because Europe didn't want Jews in Europe, and so they gave them this land. And nah, it doesn't work that way. It didn't work that way. You have to understand. So if you believe the numbers that they gave you, right, which is 6 million Jews died in concentration camps, 6 million fled to America, all right, another like 2 million got disenfranchised and spread around and whatnot. They were technically the biggest losers of World War II, meaning they got the shortest end of the stick in regards to World War II. But there's a weird thing that happened, man. I was watching this documentary, and the first time it pointed it out, man. So Heinrich Himmler, right, the leader of the SS, a week before Hitler commits suicide, he goes and he meets someone in order to ensure that he is the future Führer of Germany. Do you know who he meets? He meets a member of the World Jewish Congress. And that man was to decide if he would be the one that remained in power or not. So this World Jewish Congress, who are they and how much power did they have? And what role did they play in all this, right? And of course they're Zionists, don't mistake that. And they have another organization called the World Zionist Congress. I mean, you can look this stuff up yourselves, you know what I'm saying? Just Google it. What role did these people have? Because we all heard the rumors, the conspiracy theories, right? Even though they're not really conspiracy theories, that World War I and World War II were funded by Jews. I mean, it is what it is, right? Like the Rothschilds and whatever groups and whatnot. And then there's this other weird thing that, like, as Americans don't understand, is when America had slavery, right? the vast majority of slave traders and slave owners and slave breeders were Jewish. They were not white Americans. They were Jewish. This is one of the reasons why Europe was so comfortable with putting an end to slavery, because a small niche of people were pretty much benefiting from the torment of however tens of thousands of, if not millions of lives. Who knows? I don't know the numbers. But it was actually Europe, and then it slowly spread to America, and then they ensured that the rest of the world complied, even though Africa and the Middle East, I mean, slavery existed in the Middle East and a bunch of the Muslim countries until 1984 or something like that. But my point is, all these things you hear, man, do you guys I don't see how difficult it is for people to see something and realize what's happening. It's like, it's like one of those things, money's missing. And it keeps on missing. And I can't prove it. But it's just me and you in the room. I can't prove it, but you know what I'm saying? So, a lot of these things, man, do you guys really need someone to sit there and tell you in black and white, this is what's happening, and this is why, and this, you're really unable to view something and come to the logical conclusion, the most realistic conclusion of what's actually happening? You might not know why, but it's happening. You might even know why. It doesn't matter, but it's weird. A person like Piers Morgan, a journalist, right? He says how he went to school for journalism and blah, 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 and he's a professional. And it took that dude a year and a half to finally come to the realization that, hold on, maybe this is a genocide. Oh yeah, you needed a additional 50,000 dead women and children and 5,000 dead men to finally realize this is a genocide and not a war. You never thought about hold on a second, these people don't have an army. These people don't have guns. It's an unarmed civilization. It's an unarmed group of people. Okay, so there's Hamas. What? They have a rocket here, a rocket there, hiding some fucking... But these people are unarmed. The people that are dying, it's not like they're dying and they have a fucking AK-47 in their hand. You get what I'm saying? No, they're discriminately just shooting, bombing, killing these people. And then this dumb concept of people actually believing this dumb story of, the Israelis, they go and they tell them hours before they bomb a building that they're gonna bomb a building. Why would they bomb it that? Why would you bomb it at? Just demolish the building. Why even do it? Everyone in the building would be gone. And yet no one in the building is gone. Everyone is there and people still fucking dying. So you're gonna tell me they sent Israeli troops into the places they didn't want to go to tell the people they didn't like that they're gonna bomb a building because they care for these people? You guys are that fucking dumb that you guys believed stupid stories like that? I mean, you didn't notice when you were watching YouTube and you got commercials in the middle of you watching YouTube saying, we're Israel and we're not committing a genocide. We are feeding these people. You didn't think, why are they making a commercial telling me, some random nobody, about they're not committing genocide and they are feeding these people in Gaza? You didn't think, obviously they're fucking not. That's why they're making a fucking commercial. I mean, have you ever seen a commercial about any other war? It's insane. When was the last time you saw a commercial about the Russia-Ukraine war? Russia saying we're only defending ourselves. And that's psyops. Like, we have a right to defend ourselves. Yeah, you have a right to defend yourselves from terrorism, and you have a right to defend yourselves from other armies. But you know what's not defending yourself? Against civilians that are unarmed. Defending yourself isn't attacking like 12 different neighbors in the process, of which none of them attacked you back. Well, one of them did, but they didn't really attack you guys back. They just we'll send a few rockets just so our people understand that, we do have a military and we're not going to stand for it. But it wasn't like, oh, fuck, they bombed us. We're going in now like they did, right? It's fucking insane, man. All the dead journalists, more dead journalists than fucking World War I until today. There's so many crazy shit happening about it, man. And the biggest sad part about this is they literally are shitting on every single Jewish person in the world, whether like regular people that have nothing to do with it. I mean, you can be Jewish and be against what's happening in Israel and against Zionism, but it's reflecting on you at this point. Nobody really cares what happened to you guys in the Holocaust. I guarantee you, if this continues for another 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years, we as a world society, we might open up the concentration camps again. Like, damn, you guys are that pieces of shit. Is it like, why did you guys get kicked out of 1,000 different nations? Some of them multiple times. Like, what kind of weirdo pieces of shit things were you guys doing to get kicked out of so many places? You guys talk about everywhere that we went, they persecuted us. Why? I want to know why. And don't say because you guys were making money and they didn't like your little short, small bald spot caps. You know what I'm saying? What did you guys actually do? No society is like, dude, we're just gonna kick this group of people back out of this country. We don't care if they're here for 3, 4 generations. You guys gotta go. What the fuck were you guys doing? Right? If the dog bites you, it's did you kick the dog? Right? What'd you do? I know my dog. It doesn't bite. What the fuck you do to my dog? Right? I don't know, man. I just wanted to share that because a lot of stuff is going to come to light, man. And it's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. It's not going to stop, even though there's a ceasefire going on, as if they were getting fired on from both sides, as if it was a war. No, there was no war. There was no war. It was genocide. There's a difference. And they're still genociding. I guarantee you they still didn't turn the water on. Their food is still not reaching them. Aid is not reaching them. You remember when those ships tried to go and bring aid to the shore from the Gaza side? And they're like, oh, hell no. Navy ships came, all kinds. Bro. And they're doing it under America's name. That's the worst part. That's the worst part. Because they're WJC and WZC and AIPAC and all these other Jewish organizations. Well, yeah, man, they've infiltrated 95% of Congress with money, blackmail, sex. 95% of our industry, they've literally infiltrated. And there's a big difference in a group of people having control over a certain genre or a certain thing, right? But when you're making it bad for the rest of the country and the rest of the world, well, then there's a big problem. Now it went from you guys having control to you guys victimizing using and abusing, right? It's like usury at its worst. So look at the banks, fucking Federal Reserve. Like, how far do you have to throw that rock? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Solo Yolo Bolo, I'd love to hear what you have to say. If you guys have an opinion, if you guys know more organizations we should know about, you know, and weird shit that's happened in history in regards to these organizations. So Solo Yolo Bolo.